The Big Show on Hauraki. Cheers, Tui, for bringing back the laughs in a world gone mad. Yeah, right.
Welcome.
This is big.
To the Hauraki Big Show.
Really big.
With Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Friday afternoon, the 22nd of November 2024, and you, my good friends, are listening to The Big Show. Brought to you by Tui. Get it in you.
Also, keep an eye out for the Tui billboards. They're back. Because in this day and age, we can all do with a laugh.
I think we're going to park that.
Yeah, look, I mean, things are pretty precarious at the moment, Keyzie, and I think you trying to naturally integrate sort of that kind of stuff into the show is not really working.
Right, it's just that we have to do it.
Oh, right, okay.
Well, we have to do something.
Yeah, that's
we've
true.
We've sort of rejigged their entire marketing angle on the show. Get it, ya?
Yeah, totally.
Which they'll be stoked about. Because what they could do is have billboards that say something funny, and then next to it, it says,
Get it, ya?
Get it in you.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, because they've got the billboards just sitting there, don't they?
Yeah.
They do. Now, listen, it's great to be back from the Naki. We'll have a little sort of debrief in the first break. But also, don't forget, it's a Friday, everybody. So, Froud Out Shy Day.
Yes.
If you've got any Froud Outs that you want to do, 3483 is the way to do it.
Yeah.
And we'll get stuck into those
just
as
a
well.
reminder, everyone that texts through on 3483 in the draw for a Tui prize pack.
Yeah, that's true.
Because in this day and age, we can all do with a prize pack.
And can I also say, too, quite genuinely, with hand on heart, let's go easy on Keyzie
No,
day
it
today because he's feeling a bit tired.
Can I just say-
I feel a bit weird. We haven't introduced each other. What's going on here, Jase? You normally introduce me. We normally do that from the top. You're all over the show, man.
You're right,
I feel
actually.
weird talking because I haven't been introduced.
G'day, Mogi and Stallion. How's life?
You're going pretty grouse, you mad dog, you sick son of a bee. Yeah, let's go easy day on
Go easy day on Keyzie day.
Yes.
got a ring to it.
We're all a bit weary from our travels, but geez,
it was an hour flight, wasn't
yeah,
it?
it was exhausting. And I tell you what, you may be exhausted, Keyzie, but you're wearing your pink jacket. You're looking good, brother.
Well, this is the issue, is I'm wearing the same stuff I was wearing yesterday.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I've still got my faded red jacket on. After this, I'm going to go, well, to be honest, during the show, I'm going to get cleaned up. I'm going to put on a suit and then off to an awards night later on after the show, which is very exciting. The whole idea of that and being out past midnight tonight makes me very sleepy.
Yeah, great
So,
stuff.
yeah.
Great stuff.
So send through your Froud Outs and
Etc.
Yeah.
We'll get into those next, eh?
Yeah.
In the meantime, here's red hot chili peppers.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Jet there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this glorious Friday afternoon. And, of course, we were in the beautiful city of New Plymouth yesterday, fellas, to do another live show. And quite genuinely, because we haven't done a live show for a little while, I loved it.
So did I, yeah.
Great setup there at Shining Peak Brewing, and a great night had by all, and beautiful to be in the Naki again.
Yeah, it's a great place. The weather was an abomination.
It was.
It was freezing cold. It was blowing a gale.
we got hailed on.
Yeah,
At once,
and
yeah.
that was an interesting thing about being at the accommodation last night. I was talking to my lovely wife on the phone, doing a FaceTime there. I could not hear a word she was saying because we're on the second floor of a two-story hotel, and it was pissing it with rain, and it was a tin roof.
Yes.
And so I couldn't hear Jack.
Who's Jack?
Couldn't hear Jack.
Were you naked?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
But I won't go into that.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it's a great place. I loved it. Great people there at the show. The people there at Shining Peak are awesome. Food, booze, the whole lot. It's bloody good, man.
Very pleasant.
I did feel bad because you guys scapped it after the show, and then me and Pugson hung around and sort of packed. I didn't pack up. I was just having beers. But Pugson packed up. Probably took about half an hour. And then we were like, we're going to come back. We're just going to go unload the car.
Right.
And then we'll come back and have a beer. And so a few people were like, yeah, sweet as. And then we left. And then we got to the hotel, no parks. The car was full of electrical equipment. So we were like, what are we going to do? Called up the bosses of the radio station down there. I'll just park it at work and leave the keys in the letterbox. Did that, drove all the way to work, went to put the keys in the letterbox. The letterbox lid is just open to the public.
Right.
So anyone could have just taken, and so Pugs was freaking out.
Sure.
Then it started hailing. Long story short, took us about an hour.
It was
got home.
hail. I
Yeah.
heard that.
Then we got back to the hotel. We're like, stuff it. Let's just order pizza and go to bed.
Yeah.
/ go to Hoyty Jay's room and watch some movies.
Yeah.
We had a blue movie night, Mogi.
Yeah, I know.
And I tell you what, I mean, I don't generally mind watching porn with other men, but having old Keyzie and Pugson, it was a bit weird, wasn't it, Keyzie?
Well, we didn't want to watch porn.
Yeah.
Remember there was that great new movie, Madam Web on. We were like, let's watch that. And you were like,
Oh,
nah,
that's
nah.
right, yeah.
And you plugged your hard drive into the TV and you fired through, obviously, something you were halfway through.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, you're probably about 1/8 of the way through it. And we just sort of picked up where we left off and watched that instead.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, but genuinely, we want to thank the people of Taranaki for hosting us again. It was a lot of fun. Any shout-outs there, Keyzie?
No shout-outs coming through.
You're joking.
No, there are a few, but we've run out of time, Jase. We'll do those in the next break, eh?
Yeah, okay. Sounds good, mate.
Oh, here's REM.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Queens of the Stone Age here on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Friday afternoon. A few shout-outs coming in on 3483.
That's
what
right.
have we got there, Keyzie?
That's right, Shout Out Friday. It's the same as Shout Out Friday, but with a Big Show twist. And everyone that texts through on 3483 in the draw for a Tui prize pack. Big shout out to my mate Kane, who had a thirsty Thursday last night and is an absolute piece of shit today.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's got a filthy mouth
That's
on him.
from Daryl. Yeah.
He's got a touch of the pug sounds
does.
about
He
him.
does, actually, yeah.
Bri, you mad bastard. You know what you did. Shout out to you, you mad dog.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a
Sounds
weird
like
one.
you're sort of babbling on about it.
Yeah,
Anyway,
he
yeah.
sounds
It's one of those
steamed.
rambling
Keep coming,
texts.
3483.
Oh, one more. We always do 3.
Mike, I go through and hand select these and pick the best ones.
Yeah.
I'm not just going to...
Well, there's that one there that's good enough.
Or that fresh one. Okay, I haven't even pre-read that one. G'day, you absolute F-wits. See? What happens when I don't pre-read them? There's swear words. G'day, you absolute F-wits. This show sounded magnificent last night. Gutted to miss it. I'm from the Naki too. What's that about? Cheers, Graham. Shout out.
Oh, great.
You're right there, Moki. Good, my
A
God.
bit steamed.
But I tell you what, actually, fellas, beautiful day to fly it was as well. I woke up and looked out the lounge window there and saw beautiful Mount Taranaki in all its splendour. We flew over. It was absolutely magnificent.
It certainly was. At one point in the flight, Mogi, because you were down the back with Pugson.
No, I was down the back by myself.
Oh, sorry.
Listening to an old battler absolutely put it on her husband and tell him off for everything he was doing with the luggage. It was gold.
Oh, that's so
yeah.
He
great.
was just questioning his life.
I love it. We had a flight attendant sitting up the front because we were right up the front, and she would have been what, like 25, Jase?
I have no idea, Keyzie. I didn't even
come
notice
on.
it.
No, yes, you did. You got your glasses out and put them on for the duration of the flight, which I thought was pretty weird. You weren't reading anything.
I was reading the in-house mag,
The in-flight
actually.
mag. What was it called again?
In-flight mag.
It's Kia Ora magazine.
Oh, Kia ora, yeah. Well, I didn't read the front page, obviously.
And then Hoity J just leant over and goes, Keyzie. And then started tapping my headphones.
Right.
And I was like, what's up, man? You all good? And he was just like, check out the flight attendant, man. How good.
Mogi, does that sound like me? Does that even vaguely resemble something that I would do? I don't think so, mate.
I mean, the actions do, but the words don't sound right.
No, I
Yeah,
had to
thank
edit
you.
it for radio, didn't I?
Oh,
right. Well, actually, if you want to know the truth, Keyzie pointed out this person to me, and I was like, Keyzie, that's not really appropriate. But what was quite cute was that when she asked if he wanted a little thing,
A pretzel.
a cup of water, Keyzie was blushing like you wouldn't believe, and even stuttered and was like, "No, thank you." It was actually quite cute.
It's a
'cause he
real
was-
shame that you guys, you're sort of looking at the person there rather than the uniform and the role that they play. I mean, they are there for your safety.
Mogi,
I didn't even
I
notice
didn't
her.
even notice her.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, this isn't why no woman listens to the show, because of the objectification that you guys, pursue.
Yeah, Keyzie.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Underworld there on the radio Hauraki Big Show this Friday afternoon. But right now it's time for...
Man, manly man. 1.5 bogeys. Yeah, man. So, remember I've got a daughter, man?
A daughter, man.
A daughter, man.
Oh, Mogi
Don't
Jr.
call me daughter, man.
Yeah.
And somebody was kind enough to gift us these crayons that you can draw on the walls in the bathroom. So sort of, we've got a bath, there's that glass door thingy-majiggy, and then all tiled walls.
Yeah.
So you can draw in there, but they just wipe off easily. So you can just go in there and just wipe it all off. except that is complete bullshit, and they are just normal crayons, and you have to use drift. You have to use Jif and a scouring brush, like a Stilo, to get them off.
Yeah.
So if you see those on the shelf at any shop, don't buy them because they're horrendous. Anyway, the upshot of that is we just sort of put our daughter in the bath there for about 3 or 4 hours and watch a bit of telly and pop out for dinner and stuff.
Yeah.
And when we come back, she's drawn all over the bloody tiles there, and there was so much crayon on there that they just sort of gone down to nubs.
Right, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just absolutely caked on all these bloody tiles there. And I was fuming because it's going to take ages to clean them off. Anyway, we had this fella with us who's the art curator for the Auckland Museum.
Right.
Wow,
We've been out for dinner with.
Not the art gallery?
And he was like, no, what are you doing? Don't clean it off, don't clean it off. Let me have a look at that. And he said that he thinks, just based on what he saw there, that she is the reincarnation of Rembrandt.
So how old is she? Mogi Jr.?
She's 5.
Wow.
And he said he doesn't even believe in reincarnation.
Yes.
But that's the only explanation for how she can be such a great artist at such a young age.
And what did she draw? Was it like a
Landscape.
Landscape.
Yeah.
Cool. Wow.
That is so weird, man, because, like, when my first daughter was born, Jase, we were in a kind of little flat, my wife and I, and Jess, I think she was about 2 or 3, and one day in the flat she got hold of a sort of vivid marker and just started drawing all this stuff on the walls and so forth, and we were like, oh my God, because after she'd done that we were just about to move out of the flat and we thought we're never going to get our bond back with that all over the bloody wall. And the guy the landlord that actually ran the place, he came to inspect the flat, and he was like, oh my God, and like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go, no bond for old Hoity J. And he was in the arts as well, and he said, who did this?
Oh, was he? What did he do in the arts?
He was a curator of some
Oh, as well.
Curators.
and he said, this is just outstanding. Long story short, it's now a heritage building. And like they sell tickets for people to go and see it.
Wow.
Now, so you can just go, and what we didn't know, she'd drawn all over the place.
You didn't know that?
We didn't even realise, you know what I mean? And
Well, you steam.
And so, and now they do tours there.
Right.
It's incredible.
Oh, wow.
And she
Whereabouts?
gets like 30% of all the takings.
Whereabouts can I go and see it?
It's in 4th Avenue in Kingsland.
That's
Really?
Super,
Yeah.
because I've never even heard of that.
Oh, it's very underground, Keyzie.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's unreal. So, yeah, I mean, pretty cool for my daughter now. And so she's now got a residency. She'll be going over to the to MoMA, the
Right.
Museum of Modern Arts.
Oh, wow.
So world's her oyster, actually. And she's had phone calls from all sorts. Banksy came over and visited her the other
Sure.
day just to get a few tips.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
What's she
yeah.
like?
Oh, no,
Yeah.
that's a weird thing. Oh, no, I better not tell you, actually, about who that is. Better not reveal the identity. But it's incredible, isn't it? What sort of skills these kids can be born with.
Well, it's funny with my eldest Jess, because that happened, but she's actually now a doctor. She went into medicine.
Oh, really?
And she's on the World Health Organization.
Oh, really?
She's sort of deeply in the admin side of it.
And she still
Oh,
gets
that's right. She's a secretary, eh?
Well, the
She
secretary
does the photocopying.
of state.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Yeah, welcome back, you massive backbones. Of course, it's a Friday, so after 5 o'clock, as always on a Friday, the Friday Throbber. And what's the theme today? It's a bit of a random one. Pugs' mistake?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Pugs blew out, dropping an F-bomb live on here yesterday, so that's our theme. Pugs is swearing on here.
Pug
Yeah.
swore on air is the theme for the Throbber. Of course, after 5, you can vote by calling 0800 Hauraki. And it's kind of like a topical tune of the week. Because we get a topic. Last week it was Hoity J's foot.
That's
this
right.
week, Pug's son swearing.
That's right.
So
He still feels really terrible about it too.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so he should. It was a shocker.
Absolutely. After the Throbber as well, some sports chat, including the TAB Hunch of the Week.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike, and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
It's the Hauraki Big Show's Friday Throbber.
Douche.
Yes, indeed. Welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope your Friday's going along very nicely indeed. The Friday Throbber, of course, where we pick a tune to send you off into your Friday, into party mode, basically. For the weekend, you guys are going out after the show tonight for the big New Zealand TV Awards, so you'll be partying it up large. The theme today is Pugsan's mistake.
Yeah, so if you were listening to the live show yesterday, Pugsan swore on air.
He dropped a massive F-bomb, the biggest, and we keeping in mind we've got Keyzie on this show.
Yes.
Who's dropping F-bombs every other week.
Actually, that's fair. That's a fair point.
The thing, and because I do it because I want to seem edgy, you know what I mean? I want to seem rock and roll, but I've never had the guts to drop one as blatant as what he did last night.
It was out the gate.
Yeah, so all three of our choices, the theme, Pugsan's mistake. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
When I go driving, I stay in my lane. We're getting cut off, it makes me insane.
Is that The Offspring?
It is The Offspring, and the name of the song is Bad Habit.
Ah, it has a swear word in it.
It does.
Hey.
Turn that up.
All right.
It's an absolute tune.
What about you, Jase? What did you go for, man?
I went for a bit of gotcha. Somebody who used to know. It's all about a mistake that they made in their lives, and they used to know this person like we used to know Pugs before he got fired.
Yeah, it's nice.
Thanks, man.
Thinking outside the circle there. Keysie's not happy about it.
Can I just say, that is dog shit. That is Gautier, someone I used to know, for Pugs swearing.
No, well, we have spoken. We spoke about him yesterday being the moral compass of the show.
Yes.
And that we did not expect something like that to come from him.
And we used to know Pugs.
And can I quote
Righto.
Keyzie this morning? Read the.
Please do.
He said, Jase, it's the easiest one. It can be anything.
That is
That's
not what I
exactly
said.
what he said.
That is not what I said. I said something about, someone making a mistake or
Yeah,
being
well, that's
bad.
what the whole
Or
song's
hell,
about.
you said the word hell.
God. Anyway, well, here's mine, which is actually on theme.
I can hear him say, bad company, and I won't
How's that got
deny.
anything to do with it?
Come on, Jace, bad company.
What does that mean?
Because he's bad. Because he swore on the radio.
Jeez,
Gautier.
tenuous
Are you
much?
kidding me? Gautier.
Hey, let's go to the phone lines. You decide, New Zealand.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
It's the Hauraki Big Show's Friday Throbber.
Yeah, welcome back here, Massive
Deuce,
Backbones. The theme for this Friday, of course, was Pugs' mistake after he dropped an F-bomb live on the show yesterday down in the Naki there, fellas.
Yeah, that's right. He dropped an F-bomb. He didn't care about it. He's a rebel.
He is.
He's always been a rebel.
Well, and this is the thing. People have this perception of Pugsan as being this really lovely, nice guy. I mean, he swears like a trooper off air.
He's a horrible guy.
He's pretty full on.
Because what he did was when he started here, he was being all nice to get the job.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then now that he's here in the environment, he's shown us his true colours.
It's
That's
like us
right.
when we married our wives,
That's
Smokey.
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to respect it.
Mike, you were first, weren't you?
I went with The Offspring, Bad Habit.
Driving, I stay in my lane.
That's a good tune.
I went with a rock song.
Yeah.
I went with this absolute doozy. It's a great song.
Oh yeah, I don't think it connects. I don't think it connects with the. I'm not sure it's on the Hauraki playlist. Let's put it that way.
It actually is.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, that's a lie.
We've
Yeah.
played that song before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, before.
When I won it with the last robber.
All right, I chose this song.
Hear him say,
Folksy, bluesy, Keyzie.
bad company, how can deny?
I've never
right.
heard that song before.
Bad Company by Bad Company.
Let's go to the phone lines. And I believe we've got Trinity on the line. G'day, Trinity. How's life?
Hey, good thanks, guys.
Good on you, mate. What are you running with there, Trinity?
Can't go past Offspring, so I'm
Yeah,
going Smokey.
yeah. Good on you, Trinity. Beautiful name, by the way, babes.
Oh, thank you.
No worries.
We've got Timbo on the lines. What are you running with, Timbo?
I'm going to have to go with Mogi on this one, fellas.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
What
Goodness.
an absolute travesty again.
Thanks, Timbo. And even though I lost, I didn't get a single vote. If we played Gautier, I would have been devastated.
Yeah.
That is a great tune. And
Yeah.
I guarantee you there's a lot of punters out there going, damn it.
Yeah, there's a lot of great tunes out there, mate, but we just can't play them on the station,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah,
mate? We're
yeah,
just going to
true.
stick with the backbone rock like this tune.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Bad habit there on the radio Hauraki Big Show this Friday afternoon. Absolute shocker from Mogi, but takes out the throbber for the day and indeed for the week. And I tell you what, Mogi, it's been a long, long time since you've won a throbber, hasn't it?
I'd say probably 10 to 16 weeks.
Yes.
Minimum.
Yeah. You've been really stuck
Been
on
a
10.
long time.
And big shout out to you for. I feel like you should get 2 points because you stopped Gautier from coming on to Radio Hauraki.
Yeah, I think you're right. So let's make that 2.
Let's have a look at the scores. So it's so close this year, isn't it? Out in front on 12 points or 12 wins, old Keyzie. However, he does have 1 asterisk for picking a song that was racist.
That's right.
Kung Fu Fighting.
That's right.
And then on 11, in second place, Mogi.
Yes.
And then on 11 with 6 asterisks, bringing up the rear, old Hoity J. But speaking of bad habits, Jase,
Yeah.
what were we discussing in the song break there?
Something happened to me just before that has changed everything for me. I was in the toilets doing wheeze, and Mogi was in the stall next to me, and he wasn't doing wheeze, he was doing something else, and it was such an abomination that I don't know that I'm ever going to be able to get rid of the sounds that are reverberating around my head.
So great.
You know what I mean, though? You know when you know someone quite well, and then you get to know something intimate like that.
Yeah.
It just really threw me. I mean, I left the toilet. I didn't even wash my hands, Keyzie.
Right.
I was in such a daze.
Are you all good?
And I don't know if it was because he's been piling on the food today, but it was a cavalcade. It was so horrendous. I kind of am in a little bit of shock, to be honest.
Mogi?
Well, traditionally what I'd do in a situation like that would be I would just sit there and I would just wait for the other party to leave. That's always what I've done. That would be the first time, even if it was my partner or, whoever.
Yeah.
Nobody else needs to hear that. But I just thought to myself, you know what? Stick it to old Hoity J here.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Aerosmith there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Friday afternoon. Now, it's a bit of sporting action over the weekend, so let's have a bit of sports chat, why don't we?
Sport.
Yeah, great stuff. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to kick off with what I'm really excited about.
Hurry up.
And that is the Test Series India versus Australia. Kicks off today, so I'm going to go straight.
What's the score?
I don't know at the moment because I'm focusing on the show. But as soon as we get home, I'm turning on the old Test cricket and Aussie there.
Cool.
Aussie versus India. That's going to be fantastic viewing.
Yeah, will you watch that from live or you watch it from the start?
I'll watch it from the start.
Yeah,
I think.
good thinking.
Yeah,
Do you
man.
think that Aussie will pump India, considering we just went over there and smashed them?
I actually think they will, yes.
Yeah.
I actually think they will pump them.
And where's this first game? Is it over there or in Aussie?
Yeah, it's in Aussie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah. So
All
they,
five of them are in Aussie.
They
Oh, my
generally
goodness.
do pump them. Of course, the ABs v Italy this weekend as well. And I've got to be honest with you, fellas.
Okay.
I've kind of lost a bit of enthusiasm now that we can't do the Grand Slam.
I'll still watch it.
I'll still watch it.
I've lost enthusiasm because it's in Italy.
Yes.
What time's that on, man?
I have no idea,
Oh, that's
actually.
good. That's good stuff.
Sunday morning, 9:10 again.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, okay,
Keith.
perfect.
Which is good. Which is just such a great time to watch footy. However, playing England, Ireland, and France weekend. That is such a tough schedule.
Yes.
I'm not surprised we dropped one of them, but surely a massive bounce back on the cards here against Italy.
Yeah, we'll smoke them.
If you will.
Yeah,
you reckon?
Sam Kane's back. He'll be starting. I'm not sure if TJ Perenara's made it or not, and we should have looked into that before we started running our goddamn yet.
Well, I'll tell you what, TJ Perenara, he's on the outer now. Not for anything he's done, but we've got our two main halfbacks.
I know what I'm saying is it's his farewell test.
Oh, right.
So it doesn't matter.
Yes.
We're going to smash Italy. So
I don't think that we'll smash them that badly.
That's what I don't think,
But
yeah.
they're actually quite a handy side. But yes,
they're
we'll
not.
win handily.
We've got A-League as well, Auckland and Phoenix, is that right?
Yeah, well, you're our soccer specialist.
Yeah,
Keyzie. What are we
do.
looking at?
We've got the Wellington Phoenix, who are currently sitting fourth in the A-League, and they'll be at home on Sunday, the 24th of November, playing the Melbourne Victory. That's a 3:30pm kickoff, Jase, so keep your schedule clear for that one, you mad dog. And Auckland FC are currently sitting third on the table.
Yeah, man.
They are away, same day, Sunday, the 24th. They'll be playing at 6 p.m. against Macarthur over there in Australia.
Bloody good.
Yeah, good stuff.
Of course, every Friday we have your TAB hunch. New Zealand taking on the Italian Sunday morning, as we mentioned. For them to smash Italy by 32 points or more is paying $2.05, which seems quite low, but it is also a high probability, so I'd recommend that. Also, make sure you download the all-new TAB app and get your bet on R18. Bet responsibly. And if you want to win a $100 bonus cash bet, text TAB to 3483 right now.
Beautiful.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Pearl Jam there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Friday afternoon. Now, fellas, of course, I was away for the first half of this week, and I understand there's been some controversy re the breakfast show and some chewing gum action. Talk me through it, please.
Well, Keyzie, it's probably your ball to bounce and pass to old Hoodie Janus over here, because
I can do that to Hoity Janus.
you are the one that has had to deal with this, and it's shocking. It's disgusting.
It is. And so what happened, Hoity Janus, while you're away was Angie actually pointed this out, Hoity Janus. She pointed out that she swiveled on her chair. She sits where I do here in the studio, and her leg caught something under the desk, and it was chewing gum, and it stuck to her leg. So she went under the desk and got bits of paper and stuck it to all the bits of chewing gum because she was sick of accidentally touching it.
Oh, my God. So there was more than one piece
There's
under
6 or 7 pieces under there. Exactly.
Yes.
And,
Thank you.
and a few times I've felt under the desk because that's where you plug your headphones in, and I've accidentally touched chewing gum quite a few times and thought, that's not chewing gum. It's obviously some sort of like glue or something that they've put there because this is a radio station.
Yeah.
Had a look. It is in fact chewing gum. We've gone through all the people it could possibly be. We've crossed out everyone. I just did the last one out there. I double checked Todd, the big boss. He does a few shifts here. He said he doesn't even touch the stuff in terms of chewing gum.
Yep.
I leveled the allegation that it was Mash from the breakfast show, Finn, who sits in this very spot and leaves a lot of mugs and stuff in there. So I'm like, I reckon it's him.
Right.
Apparently, they did an investigation of their own on yesterday's breakfast show. This is what they had to say.
So everyone wants to find out who the chewing gum was. It was stuck to Angie's leg, which immediately makes me think it was probably actually Angie. But because I always think generally smelled it, dealt it. But what I'd like you to do, Ruta, while you're under there, could you sniff the gum, please? What does it smell like?
It's one of those green spearmint ones, so there is some spearmint there.
Okay. Could that potentially be some sort of nicotine gum?
There's two people the people who chew the nicotine gum sit where you sit. What about Keyzie as well? Do we know that it's definitely not Keyzie?
That's clever. That's clever to
It's
make
not
a
me.
song and dance about it.
I can honestly say it's not me.
Hiding
I've
in
never
plain
been
sight.
over that side of the desk in my life. I don't even know what it's like over there.
No.
Oh, you know who it could be? Australian content director Pixie Campbell. Look, Big Show, that's how you investigate something, all right? You actually sniff it, you smell it, you see what's going on, and you don't just fire accusations at people left, right, and centre.
Well, no, so
Definitely Finn.
Oh, definitely Finn, 100%.
Yeah,
They didn't at all cross him off. He was the initial person who I had an allegation against. He was actually sick that day. So what I would like is a proper response from Finn on Monday morning's breakfast show.
That's right.
Because that half-ass breakfast show just did a half-ass investigation. They said it was Todd Campbell. It's not him. I've ruled him out.
Yeah, and also, I do chew the gum, the Nicorette there, but I'm on that side of the desk. I don't walk around to that side.
No,
and
you
stick it under.
stick the gum under right in front of you.
In front of me, so it would be under my side if it was me.
Exactly. So please do not include Hoity Janus in any allegations going forward.
No, that's right. I won't hear a bad word against Hoity Janus.
Yeah, what song are we going into here, Hoity Janus?
Oh, I don't know. My computer's just shat itself.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Yeah, welcome back, you massive backbones. Coming up after 6 o'clock, as always, What's on the TV with Mike Minogue. It's going to be a very special edition, actually, this one, Mogi, because, of course, Pugson and Keyzie joined me in my hotel room last night, and we all watched the same thing together. So it'll be interesting getting that perspective.
That will be bloody good, man. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
Also, I had a bit of a situation on the plane, which I didn't discuss earlier in the show. We'll be talking about that as well, because I was fuming, I can tell you that much.
And of course, I've still got a bone to pick with you guys as well, so we'll see if we can squeeze that in as well.
Absolutely.
Hopefully we can squeeze in Mogi's bone, Hoity James?
Yeah. Well, we'll have to.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope your Friday's going along tickety-boo on this glorious afternoon. And I will say just in Auckland City, because I can't speak for the rest of the country, but wherever you are in this great nation of ours, I hope it's like it is here in Auckland, all right?
Sydney, we're in Sydney.
Oh, right.
We tell everyone we're in Sydney because nobody likes Auckland.
Yeah,
so people aspire to live in Sydney, so we're just going to call it Sydney. Bloody beautiful here in Sydney.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
I love Sydney. Gorgeous Sydney.
Hey, and of course the show is brought to you by Tui.
Oh,
get it in you.
Yeah, right. Oh, no, sorry, because now you've said that and then I've said, yeah, right. It's like I don't want...
don't want to get it in
No,
you.
I want people to get it in them responsibly, but Tui's brought back the Yeah Right campaign, which is great because I'll be driving home, I'll see a billboard and I have a bit of a laugh.
Yep.
Which is excellent.
Do you want to get it in you, Woody James?
Absolutely, I do. Absolutely, I do. Now, listen, in the podcast outro today, what were you talking about, Keyzie?
Yeah, good question.
Good question, Hoity J.
Yes.
Ness. We were talking about tats because we were down in Taranaki for the Tattoo Festival. Here's a wee clip. It comes out tonight at 7:30. What do you think I should get? Sorry, a sleeve.
Or I reckon you should get, like, blue Just get your just like...
What? Why are you... well, that's not even funny.
Well, I
just get my tattooed blue.
Yeah.
Why? So obviously,
I got to apologise for that because Keyzie was in the weirdest mood in that potty, wasn't he?
What?
And I think because he's quite tired at the moment. Well, it's so he says, and he hasn't had a nana nap today. He was all over the place. In that potty.
Jase, that was a clip of you being all over the place.
It was.
And then saying that I was because I haven't had a nap. By the way, I only had a nap yesterday. It was the first nap I've had in months.
You love it?
I loved it, and I dribbled everywhere.
Yeah, well, actually, just on that, by the way, I was actually quite shocked by the big poll yesterday. And what was it, 87% saying yes to nana naps?
Yeah, 82%.
What a disgrace. This is why this country is going so downhill, man.
Is that why?
People taking nana naps all day. You know,
so people need to stay awake longer and smoke some darts.
The other 13% of backboners are out there taking up the slack
drinking
for all you,
coffee and smoking
for
darts.
all you people having little nana naps.
What were you
doing? Trying to get the duck out of the lounge.
Yeah, what were you doing while we were having a nap?
I was doing some exercise, Keyzie.
You were not. You were in your hotel room watching TV.
Darts.
And then I was actually doing the show planner.
Yeah, good one. Good one.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
The Lemonheads there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show, Friday evening.
Yeah, got a bit of a bone to pick with you fellas here, and I hope you don't mind me doing it on the show. Normally I'd save it for our daily meetings that we have.
Sure.
Just before we go into the show proper.
Is that where Jase does the show planner?
That's right. Around about midday each day we get in there. And so I was in I was in my hotel room last night, the Motor Inn, the hotel there, and I was at a bit of a loss, really, man. I just had nothing to do. And I was calling my wife. She wasn't answering the phone. Called my mum. She wasn't answering her phone or anything like that. And brushed my teeth, had a shower, and then it's just sort of sitting there, just on the edge of the bed there I was.
Yeah.
Just thinking to myself, geez, wish I had a lounge in my room. And then I thought, I know what I'll do. And then I heard old Keyzie and Pugson, had a few beers in them, and they go past the door there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder what those guys are. Oh, no, they must be off to bed. And then just kept on staring at the wall there for a little bit longer and that. Then I thought, I'll have a look and see what my mates are doing on Instagram. I go on Instagram there, and up comes this photo. And there's you and Keyzie sitting in your room, and Pugson's taking the photo there, and you guys are having a movie night there, and you're watching some kind of a pornographic
blue movie.
Yeah. And I was thinking to myself, geez, well, how come I wasn't invited along to this?
Well,
because I'm like, my door is like 6 feet away from your door.
Yeah.
And I thought, they'll come over and ask old mate, because just the four of us have gone down there, and then three of the four of us are watching a movie, eating pizza, drinking beer. But nobody's come over to ask Mogi if he wants to go in. And I just wondered, am I on the outs with you guys, or what's going on?
Do you know what happened, man?
Because I feel like,
it's a fair call.
100%.
Because I was actually in the process. I just got back, and I was really looking forward to just chilling out, and then douche on my door.
No.
And
Jase, hang on.
very, very steamed Keyzie just poured into the room.
No.
Followed by a very, very steamed pug son. And they just parked their asses down, and it was like...
No.
And then they ordered Uber Eats. They didn't ask me if I wanted anything.
You had half a curry in front of you that you were struggling to finish.
Yeah, it was very spicy, actually.
So what happened, Mogi? It's true story, right? True story.
True story.
And also, you don't need to be invited. Just come to Hoodie J's room, man.
No, I wouldn't want to intrude.
No.
I wouldn't want to intrude. See, the thing about it, Keyzie, it would be weird for me to turn up when, if I was welcome, somebody would have walked the 6 feet to my door and knocked on it.
Yeah.
Well, do you know what I mean?
Do you know what happened?
Keyzie.
Do you know what
it felt like, I was being deliberately excluded, Jase.
I'm sorry you felt like that, man. I mean, that makes me feel terrible, and you must have felt terrible. I'm sorry.
I didn't have a good sleep, put it that way, man.
What happened was, Pugson and I got home. We were going to Uber back into town and go out for dinner. As we got home, as a joke, I knocked on Jase's door and I said, "We can hear you cranking the hog in there, Hoity J," as a bit of a joke.
Bit of mate stuff.
What he took from that was, knock, 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 the fellas want to come in. So he opens the door, he's sweating because he's eating a curry. He's like, yeah, come in. And then all of a sudden, we're in Hoity J's room sitting down. And then I was like to Pugs, well, should we just not go? Should we just get a pizza then?
Yeah.
And so what happened was Hoity J mistaking a bit of banter for wanting to hang out.
Right. And then you ordered a pizza, did you?
So we just had to eat a pizza.
They got two pizzas.
How'd the pizza get in your room?
Delivery man.
All
Pugs,
the way to
Pugs walked past your room.
Past my door.
That's right.
Oh, okay. Well, I understand now why you didn't ask me in.
Can I?
It's impossible.
Yeah.
Because you're just explaining there, Keyzie, that you accidentally ended up in Jase's room.
That's right.
And once you were in there, you couldn't go, now that 3 out of the 4 of us are in here, wonder if Mogi wants to come in.
Well, I wanted to, but it wasn't my room, so it wasn't my place.
Actually,
you know what I mean?
Speaking of bones to pick,
yeah.
They got 2 massive pizzas. Did they offer me a piece? I don't think so.
Jase, did you eat a piece or not?
I did not, Keyzie.
Don't lie to me. God. Okay, right.
But anyway, guys, I just want to say, no. I just want to say thanks for not asking me over.
Sure, man.
Because I could tell how pissed Keyzie was when he walked past my door.
Yeah.
And I thought if they asked me over, it'd be weird if I said no, because I'm sitting here doing nothing. But then I'd have to put up with a hammered Keyzie trying to shove pizza in my face and turning on pornographic movies, trying to get me to watch old Jean-Claude Van Damme naked with Rosanna Arquette, who he likes because she looks like his wife.
See, Jase, this is exactly why we decided not to invite him.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Guns. Roses there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Friday evening. But right now it's time for What's on the Telly with Mike Minogue.
That went off live, man.
Did they?
Yeah, yesterday.
Because Keyzie doesn't like it very much, but actually the crowd loved it.
The crowd do love it.
It's weird.
You got to admit it, Keyzie.
Yeah, the crowd loved it.
They did.
What did you watch, man?
Don't hurry me up, man. I was just trying to remember. I watched the start of a documentary about human consumption that's going to depress me. But I think the good thing about it is, and it was about Adidas and how they make heaps of stuff, and how humans have just been brainwashed into buying all of this crap that we buy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they were specifically talking about sports clothing and how it used to be back in the day that they'd have, you just have an All Blacks jersey or a Warriors jersey, and now they come up with an away kit, and then they come up with 8 different special occasions of the year so they can just continue to sell more shit that'll end up getting fed to the dolphins. So the good thing about it, what I like about it, is it's making me realise that it's a complete waste of time doing anything. Like, I can do all the recycling in the world. I can try and be a tidy Kiwi and all that sort of stuff. It'll make no difference.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah,
so
man.
it's good. It's going to be less work for old Mogi.
Yeah, no, good stuff, mate.
Yep.
Well,
any bit of rubbish straight out at the car window.
I was sitting in my hotel room with my hand down my pants.
Yes.
Then all of a sudden, douche, there was a knock on the door. And there was old Keyzie and Pugson, and they just barged into my room. They barged into my room, and we ended up watching a movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme and Rosanna Arquette, who old Keyzie was very keen on.
She's very hot. She reminds me of my wife. That's why.
Yes, as I pointed out at the time.
I don't think that's fair because anyway.
Because you don't think my wife's very good looking.
No, I was going to go the other way around.
It was...
by the way, the movie, 1993, Nowhere to Run.
Nowhere to Run. And it was your classic sort of small town... small farm getting taken over by bad guys who want to use it for sort of nefarious purposes.
Development.
I've seen it about 8 times.
Yeah, okay. And Jean-Claude, of course, was just a stray waif, and they fall in love and shag.
But
hey, Keyzie, that's the part we liked.
Yeah. You can look at the Hauraki Big Show Instagram story, by the way, if you want to see us watching it. But it was basically him outside the window watching her shower at one point. He's just living in her barn. And because it turns out he must be a bank robber or something who was on the run.
Yes.
And then at the end, there was this great scene where the bad guy who had been thrown through a car window came out of the car window with a shotgun, aimed at Jean-Claude Van Damme, shot missed, and as he was reloading, a little kid threw a gun to Jean-Claude Van Damme. He caught it, dove in slow motion, and just shot the guy in time, and then said au revoir.
Yeah.
And it was sick.
You're forgetting the scene, and this was a weird scene where he was in his tent, and this kid comes up to him in his tent.
Oh, that's
and
right.
he's reading a porn mag.
It's called Top Heavy.
It was Top Heavy. It was so random. And the kid's like, do you like buzzies? Well, he didn't say buzzies.
He said boobs or something.
Boobs.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sometimes. It was just like, what a random scene.
Yeah, it's a good way to drive the character development.
Yeah. Guess the IMDb rating.
75%.
No, that's Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh.
So Rotten Tomatoes, 75%, 36% was the rating. IMDb, 5.7 out of 10.
I loved it, man.
I actually really enjoyed it.
It's great action.
Yeah.
And he was in great nick, too.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
MGMT there on the radio, Hauraki Big Show this Friday evening. Now, we've just got back, fellas, haven't we, from being on the road? Great news for all those punters and listeners in Auckland, because we're going to be back on the road next Thursday at the Hangar Bar in my hood out west there, Mogi, to launch the Big Pie, fellas.
That's what it's called, the Big
Hauraki
Pie.
It isn't the Big Pie, it's the Hauraki Pie, thanks to Dad's Pies. Of course, earlier in the year, we got all the great New Zealanders out there, all the listeners to vote what flavour pie we should put into production. They voted for an Angus steak and jalapeno cheese pie.
Wow.
This pie is now available in your gas stations, your dairies, all that sort of stuff. I think you can get it in the supermarket as well. We're going to be officially launching it, though, and... how do you do a pie launch? What do you do?
Probably eat a lot of pies.
Yeah, it'll just be pies left, right, and centre.
Well, I was
imagine,
picturing like a pie warmer, and then we get a bottle of champagne and like break it over the bow of it.
Oh, yeah.
Like a boat launch.
Sure.
We could do that. But if you want to come down, the show will be live 4 till 7 this coming Thursday, the 28th of November. Hangar Bar out west, not far at all. Every show we've done in Auckland so far has been sort of in the central city.
Yeah.
And so we were like, let's head out west.
To all you Westies out there, come and bloody say good day and have a few beersies and stuff responsibly, of course, Marky. And what I love about this particular occasion, it's only about 10 minutes from my house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a bit more of a go. Oh, no, you just get straight on the motorway, actually.
Yeah, it's still fine.
I mean, you'll be fine,
Yeah,
mate.
yeah,
I reckon you'll be fine, man.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Bit further, because you're way out west, Keyzie, but a bit further for you to travel.
The funny thing is, it's about 3 minutes from my house.
Oh, right.
Wow.
Okay. Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah, I'm the man. Hangar Bar this coming Thursday, the 28th of November. We will see you there, Auckland. And a big shout out to Dad's Pies as well. Can't wait.
Beautiful.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Well, there you go, you mad bastards. That's the Big Show done and dusted for today, and indeed for the week. It's been a pleasure bringing it to you. Now, I know you two are off to the New Zealand Television Awards tonight. How are we feeling about that, Mogi?
Pretty pumped about it, mate. It's a chance to celebrate all the hard work that's been happening in the screen industry over the last 12 months, mate. It's been a tough year for a lot of people out there, brother, in the arts, and so get to put on your finest clothes, or in Keyzie's case, a tuxedo, have a few beers and pat each other on the backside.
Yeah, nice, mate. Well, Keyzie, of course, you're presenting some awards at the thing tonight.
The awards,
Yeah,
yes.
the awards. How are you feeling about that, mate? You all good? You seem a bit tense.
Well, I don't give a shit about doing stuff in front of people, right?
Yeah.
I'm used to emceeing. I don't care. The thing I'm really tired from Taranaki, and I had a late night on the Wednesday. And so what I need to do is get over there, have a couple of, responsible tours.
You'll be
Stabilisers.
Yeah, stabilisers, and then I'll be away laughing. Just until that starts, though, I'm just going to be a wee bit sleepy for the first half an hour.
I think so.
Yeah.
Jase, are you coming along, man? Are you up for anything?
No, look, it's been a long week for old Hoodie J. I was looking forward to being in my hotel room last night and just having a go at myself. But the fellas busted in, as you know, Mogi.
Yeah.
So,
well, that didn't stop you.
No, I still did have a go at myself. The fellas didn't seem to mind. I'm just going to take it easy. I've got my wife's work due, obviously, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to that. And maybe do a bit of fishing on the Sunday.
Oh, yeah, for fish?
Yeah, for a bit of... I haven't had a bite, even, for about... my last 7 fishing trips, just nothing.
Nothing.
Nada.
Not even a nibble.
Not even a nibble.
Have you been putting a hook on?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, man.
Oh,
Have you had any line on your reel?
Oh, God.
Sorry, Jay. Yeah, you got to do that, man. You're just holding a stick.
But anyway, listen up. It's been a pleasure bringing you the show. Make sure you check out the podcast. Make sure you check out the Instagram account. Until Monday, see you later.